Summer Gold Cup 2023. This will be the site of the Sabot National Championship, 140 boats probably, in August 1, 2, 3. And this is what we are pretending at this regatta. We have a lot of A, Bs, and C1 fleeters here, and we are pretending that this is qualifying day. At Nationals, qualifying day meaning the day that we qualify for gold fleet, silver fleet, bronze fleet, or iron fleet. Basically, it's the top 25, 30 in the top 30 go into gold, the top next 30 go into silver, the next 30 into bronze, next 30 into iron fleets, and then we have 2 days of racing. And so we got the
that Lido boat. Where's those nice shiny CDs?
Coming up on race 1. It's going to be a dogfight. This is good. We're putting ourselves under pressure now, just like I thought with the lack of current. Right now the current's going up the bay at 0.001-ish, and so I figured we'd have a general recall. So our current's going right to left right now. We got a lot of boats in this A fleet. This is how you get good in college sailing right now. These boats are what make you really good at what you're going to see and when you travel for high school sailing and when you go to college regattas and things, because San Diego's in a bubble, man. We don't have current hardly, we don't have a lot of extreme general recall. Now what you do is you keep sailing and just warm yourselves up a little bit. Now we are pretending that this is qualifying day at Nationals, so our goals are no alphabet scores, no crashes. There's Julia 8231, Olive 10153. Here's Cam 7630. There's Olympia 9899. 9317 is Maribel. So we got a lot of kids in this fleet. We got Zach somewhere 8696. Very good. So I-flag will go into effect for race 1, Summer Gold Cup. The C2, C3s are up in Lido Island Cove up there, whatever you call it, up off Lido Island Yacht Club. This is good. See how Julia's testing out the wind? She learns this in the 29er. So she's a Sabot and 29er sailor. Cut. Less than a minute to go. He's calling people very aggressively. This is the 1 minute rule. 1 minute rule. Round the ends rule. He did a great job. Yes. See, this is good race committee. He's calling out loudly so that makes everybody else know where the line is, right? He's helping out these guys. Well, this is all learning, you guys. You cannot get I-flagged on qualifying day. It's the first race. You don't have to win the start. The other thing is don't be in the middle. You got to be a third of the way from the pin. So if you're over, you got to be able to round an end. We're going black flag, everybody. No problem. I'm having fun. This is starting practice. Wow, they let it go. I think they just decided we're going. I don't blame them. Now you see the big wrinkles in the main? That's your tight trim. And then as you ease from there, the wrinkle will go away just a little. And Fenton's doing well. See how patient he is? He just keeps the boat going close to the wind. There he goes, there he goes. He asked Zach if he could tack. Yeah, he just played a shift. He's going to cross everybody. Now he's going to get right. See that tight trim? That's okay. Other people have to be careful. He's been racing Sabot since he was 7. He's 11 now, so he just has more experience. Zach's doing good here. Zach did not want to tack after Fenton. You don't want to tack to windward of Fenton. Zach is 8696. Here's Olympia 9899. I would say Cunningham's too tight for her. You want wrinkles when you're at your tight trim, and then indicating a flatter sail, but you can also read your sail that way. And then when you ease out an inch or two, the wrinkles go away. So it's easier. You're not reading the leech, you're reading the luff. Zach's about to get big pressure here. Okay, we're gonna focus mostly on starting. There's Olive, 10153, there's 10347 lifted. I think he should have stayed a little longer. That's Julia, 8231, right through there. She's gonna tack. Fenton should have let her cross. Fenton should have let her cross. So let's see, what did we learn in race 1? In race 1, you cannot get OCS. If there's an I flag in play, you need to start. You cannot start in the middle. You can't set up in the middle. You're too far away from an end. Okay, so this is a battle. Look at this A fleet. This is great practice, you guys. Just great practice. Okay, what else did we learn? Let people cross you on qualifying day. Don't call starboard on somebody and then they leave out you and you get parked and now you're tacking onto a header. Okay, there we go. Race 1 B fleet coming up. Now when we race in Newport, there's some flags right up there. You see those flags? So those are indicative. Those help us decide, is it going to be Lido lift kind of conditions? Right now it's really playing the shifts. If those flags aren't blowing towards me, they're blowing towards my right. Here's the B fleet. Kylie, 9005. She has a line sight, I'm sure. The B fleet's being much nicer than the A fleet. Kylie needs to get moving. 9005, and then we have Ronan, 10145. This guy should be okay here. He'll probably make it with the current. He'll probably make the... oh, Kylie, nice start. See how she's away from the boat to lure? 9005.
What a good job. That is just it. But the nice clean, good start. See, we do the same thing. We're going to do that same move.
You're okay. See how the current's coming in, so she's make that easy. Lefty right now. So again, remember when I said it's going to be a kind of, we want to get to the right. There's Ronan, 10145. See, he sails like Fenton. A little over trimmed all the time. I'm fine with it because he's going to learn how to sail with his sails tight. Look at Kylie. Beautiful. Look at that. Sitting forward, little leeward heel on port tack. Looked at the water. Her 420 sailing is just making it awesome. Here's Ronan right on the wind, squeezing like Flint Fenton. The benefit of that style is that they get to puff sooner than everybody else. But he does need to learn when to just press. Just sail a little fat. We also call it sailing a little fat. But I'm fine with him just being a kind of a pointer. Kylie's fine. She's trying to go for power. She probably just needs to squeeze. She should not tack. It's still, look at Ronan. See, when you look to your left and you see people lifted, yeah, she was just going too low. You don't want to fall into people like that. Everybody's sailing 8-foot boats. We're all sailing the same. You don't want to fall into somebody. But that's okay. Bye-bye, Ronan. Less than a minute for C1s. We got Lorelei, 8577. We got Theo, 10022. With a brand new sail, brand new T5. We got August, 10348. We got Jack, 9429. Current going right to left, very slowly. Oh, over. Pin end's favored. It's still a lefty right now. Lefty. See how these people aren't even making the line? So I wouldn't have known that lefty. I probably would have, but our kids definitely got fooled here. Oh, there's Lorelei. Yay. Great job. Lifted on port. Now she just needs a little Cunningham. No tighter on the main. She'd see the monster wrinkle. Don't go any tighter on the main. That means the sail's getting out of whack. Okay, everybody coming downwind should be on starboard. If you're coming downwind and you see all of these boats all lifted on port, then you should be on starboard downwind. right on the line. Okay. Do you see the red umbrella? Yeah, Julie is. They got another one too. They got a 6-year-old who's up here, or just turned 7-year-old up here racing. Maybe 6 still. Okay, so now I'm over. You see the red umbrella? Okay, so now what you got to do is get right on the line, right on the line. And the current's going to be going downwind. The current's going to be going the opposite way at Nationals. I'm still over, okay? So now you got to line it up like this. Then you got to drop yourself down 4 or 5 feet. You know, you got to get below. See how the orange umbrella is below? Okay, see the big bushy tree? So at 30 seconds, you got to be down here. Right edge of the big bushy tree. And then what you have to avoid when the current's really strong, there are going to be kids. See where the red umbrella is? Way below the pin. The red umbrella is right there. Some people will start like this. See on the stern of the big power boat? If you're here at 30 seconds, you are in deep trouble. You got to start sailing, reaching. See how I'm gaining on the line? Gaining, 20 seconds. Good. Gaining on the line, edge of the big tree. The pin is lined up with the edge of the big tree. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, going into the tree. 3, 2, 1, bam, and then we hit the red umbrella, okay? We gotta practice this on our own and with our friends, over and over. It's very important on long starting lines. So, are we gonna have long starting lines at Sabot Nationals? Now we're focused on starting on these videos. Sabot Nationals, the starting is gnarly. When, again, the current's gonna be going the opposite way, so we can set up with 1.5 minutes. But today you should not be setting up earlier than 1.5 minutes. There's just no way in an upwind current that's going up the course that you can set up with 1.5 minutes. It's just too hard here. But I wanted to video this because Theo looks the best of any of our team downwind. See how he's just like perfectly balanced. The boom is high. The center of the sail is more over the center of the boat. He has a little less wind than Lorelei right now. She looks good too. Her boom needs to go out a fraction, I think. Her outhaul is eased. That looks outstanding. Okay, so the C1s kind of look better than some of our other kits. So let's get good at that. My flag is up. The race committee boat will be this boat at Nationals, and the flag is at the front of the boat. We're gonna check the line sight later. Fenton's doing a good job here. He's not too close to the line, and he is, see, I didn't want Finley in the middle there, 7610, I didn't want her in the middle. I don't want anybody right in the middle in an I-flag start, because you can't get to the, see, the current's going out, so he knew he wasn't going to hit it. Oh, it's a little righty right now. That's okay. Olympia 9899 got off there. This is okay, dude. You got more wind coming, so that's okay. It's okay. See how he's just sailing? No, keep going, bud. He hates being on headers. Keep going. Keep going. Race 2, C1 fleet. Theo won that race. Lorelei was 5th. With August, we're working on not luffing the sail, so that means she's got to be more careful at flying with the tiller. Wow, Lorelei is being aggressive. 8577 is just right in there. Oh boy, we're gonna have boats over early. This is 10209, was way over in the last race too. He's over by a mile. August 10348. It's slightly further right this wind. Remember the 8th lead start? August 10348. Could have started away from the yellow boat a little more, but I love it. I love it. I'm having her try to use her tiller more and not, not have the cardinal rule of Alex 7732. Nice little start in the middle. They didn't have an I-flag start for C1, so it's okay to be more in the middle. I don't like starting right in the middle because you're behind half the fleet right at the beginning of the start if you're right in the middle. If you're extremely fast boat, then maybe the middle it works consistently, but I like to start 1/3 of the way from the middle. just got to watch her sail just a little more. Might be just at a different angle, but remember, those flags are what we're looking at, and they are a little bit from the left. So the forecast again was southwest until 1-ish, which it's 1 o'clock right now. And then we should see a little march to the right here pretty soon. And you can, the good thing about Sabot Nationals is you guys won't be stomping on each other like this. You got all the fleets together like this. At Sabot Nationals, all those anchored boats are going to be gone. And they're going to do the outer loop and the inner loop, so you won't have so much traffic. So for some of you, this traffic is just too much to handle. Like, you haven't figured out how to get through it yet. But you definitely need to be able to sail through bad air. That's kind of why I like the T6 sail for anybody that's bigger than about 90 pounds, because then you can get through the light spots better. Coming up for race 3. Pin end is there. So what's happened is, if you look at the Lido flags, they're all left. See this flag on this anchored boat? All left. Okay, so you can tell, remember the line sight before was way up over here somewhere. Now the line sight is into some $12 million house on Bay Island here. So this is called Bay Island, and it's gonna be somewhere in there. I'm below the line. My body is below the line. So we just gotta wait for this to clear out a little. This is what you should be doing. You should be sitting here luffing in the safety position. It's almost lined up with the yellow buoy, but it's not. See how it's on the big windows of the $12 million house? Yeah, we gotta wait here. So you should be sitting right here. Again, I'm still trying to get a line sight here. I'm just maneuvering here. I know this is a huge long video, but this is what you should be doing. We're not gonna be able to get one now. We got a boat here blocking us. I'm getting into the windows of the $12 million house, looking over the top of the pin. Okay. Okay, now I'm hoping I'll be able to get forward here again. Yeah, see, I'm on the white house now, so I'm behind the line, looking over the top of the pin. I'm into the white house, almost, and then I'm gonna show you where the line is here. Yeah, see how I'm getting into the big windows, big black windows. There we go, I'm just behind the line, and now I'm on the line. I'm going over right now, so that's it. I wanna be into the white house just a little bit at 30 seconds. Beautiful day, we're on the other venue. We're on the Learn to Race fleet, so you got C3 Sabots and C2 Sabots. So this is the C2 group. You can see it's not the most wonderful venue because it's a very small area, and they will sail a square course. So they will go upwind, then they'll reach, and then they'll go over to another kind of a square course that the kids sail outside of. So it works really well. Ooh, Clara, Anna, 9342, a little bit over. Yeah, so this is the C2 fleet, and then the C3 fleet is the full Learn to Race fleet. Oh, she's over by a mile.
9339, 9305, 9342, 9339.
Clear.
All clear.
Wow, the wind is much further southwest than we thought it. We thought it was going to go a little west with the sun here. So there you go. You have to know the weather only for what's not going to happen. And we knew it wasn't going to be windy, and we knew it wasn't going to be a drifter pretty much. But, you know, again, we thought the westerly was going to be filled in with this sunshine a little earlier. It's now 1:30 and it still hasn't happened. So I bet you anything at 4 o'clock today, we're gonna have westerly wind after we get in. We've got Reagan 9369 in her kind of new boat, just had it a few months. We got Chloe in her new boat, had it a few months. You can see the C2s are up around the orange one, then they go to the green one, then another green one. It's a big square course, and then they'll finish right here. C3 Learn to Sail fleet here. This might be a little interesting. 20 seconds, here's the starting line right here. This is the Learn to Race fleet. Oh, L, over early, 9461, she's gonna be fine. Yep, so we got L, This is the red and green starting. There's so many C3s, they do it 4 flights. Oh, wow. Is Elle gonna start on port tack?
2442. 2442.
Oh, here's Caroline, 9487. Coronado Yacht Club, where I used to work. And oh, I can see Elle right here. So Elle was on port tack until late into the sequence. There she goes, shooting star, popping out, 9461. Okay, then she should just tack away. Right as that happens, Elle should just tack away. Even though that was a foul, you should just tack right as that, because port tack is good. Look at Caroline going up the course. Anyway, who else do we have out here? This is gonna be the black and yellow. And I'm not sure who's in this group. I think Brendan is in this group. Yep, he's down there. He needs to get up here. I don't see any else of our kids. So, in order to move out of the Learn to Race fleet, you have to win 2 one-day regattas. And 1 out of every 7 boats, there's Chloe flying, 1 out of every 7 boats moves up to the C2 fleet. So we probably have 21, no, let's say 28 C3s. If they all finish all the races, or they finish the regatta, you would count all 28 for the regatta. So that means 4 of these kids would move up to C2. If we only had 7 boats, only first place at the end of the regatta moves up to C2 for the next one. Here's Elle, a little under trim. We got to look at our boom over the corner, and we can't see how they're all over the place in this fleet. Some are way out, some are way in. Most of these kids are slightly too far out. And it looks like Chloe is doing a great job. She needs to look at her sail though. She's just a little too pinchy. She's a little too Peter Pincher. It's either Frank the Footer or Peter the Pincher. You're either one or the other at this level. Oh, Reagan's just charging. Oh, there's Elle gonna duck Reagan. Elle needs to go upwind before she tacks. Don't spin a tack. Oh, that was okay though. Just because the wind shifted for her a little. All right, so Chloe, 7635. Second regatta of her life. She's over trimmed. She just has her boom down too far. 9369 Reagan. This is her second regatta of her life. 9461 has 1 regatta win under her belt, so she has to get 1 more one-day win in order. If she finishes in the top 4 of this, approximately 3 or 4, she'll move up because she already has a one-day win. She won our last regatta. There's Caroline, red boat, killing it. There's Chloe getting a wind shift, killing it. Now what you do is coming into the windward mark, you stare at your sail horns. You make sure you're not luffing at all. You're using your tiller very carefully to not luff. You don't want to look at the buoy. The buoy's going to make it so that you're going to want to go too high. And then the thing about these regattas is, oh, that's the thing, in C3 you're allowed to get coached if you're back here. Yeah, so you're allowed to get coached if you're in the back of the fleet like this. Yeah, and then so you get allowed to get a little coaching. But the thing we learn about Newport is you're sailing under the homes over here, so the wind is always lighter at the top of the course. So here goes Chloe Shue. She's going around. Oh, there's Riker, another Coronado guy. Chloe's doing a good job of just waiting for him to tack. Yeah. And then there goes Riker, and here goes Chloe, and she's going around second, actually, or third. Yeah. Third or fourth. Good. Great job. Here's Clara Stewart winning her red and green fleet. Apparently she already has 2 firsts. She's just a natural. Oh goodness gracious. I got a big power boat coming here. Okay. 30 seconds for the first C3 group. This is C2's Clara Hannum. We call her CH. 9-3 because we have so many Claras in the program. Clara Hannum, 9-3-4-2 second this race. She got third the last race, and I don't know if you remember, but she was over, and then when she was restarting, she hit the pin and did a penalty turn, and she came back to third. 9-3-4-2 over there. just perfect. Look at her heeling. Okay, here go the C3s. See if any of our kids, yeah, Clara Stewart, 8959, she has 2 firsts, maybe 3 firsts. 8959. She's a very natural sailor, and she's got a very fast, already dialed in bow. That's not totally normal for C3s, but she's just a natural. There you go, she just turns. Look at that. Look at that, she just doesn't panic. She's just on the wind, but not too. Now remember, C3s, the goal of this is to climb towards the mark slowly. You have to have a nose for the goal, so you have to be trying to come to the mark. But then the sail slaps you on the back of the hand and says, nope, you can't go any further. You gotta remember, you gotta look at the front of the sail. You can only go so high, okay? You can only go so high on the wind. And you just check it. Okay, great job, everybody. I know I didn't get a lot of C2, C3s. I'll try to get some more tomorrow. She's just as I get off, she flattens her boat out a little, but she had the Vang perfect, hiking out, heeling to windward just perfectly. We're really working on sailing the boat properly downwind. But you see that nice little heel to windward all the time downwind. Beautiful little jibe, main's out, and then she's just gonna go right in on the main. Yeah, excellent day today. 9342. C1's going back up to the finish. Just watching a little here. Here's August, 103.48, going behind a big anchored boat, but I think she's well above mid-pack in this race. First C1 regatta. Oh, here's Parker. Yay. I think this is Parker's best race. Yeah, 8955. He could slide, when you get on the rail, when you're lightweight, you get on the rail, you slide your butt forward of the thwart, so the back edge of the thwart. So you actually slide forward 2 or 3 more inches once you get on the rail. You have to remember, in a Sabot, the thwart is a little bit too far back. That's why they're building modern boats with the thwarts as far forward as legally possible. So Parker would look at 9321 here, see that she is on a monster lift, see he's losing his lane, and probably roll out of there. Yeah, probably a good time to roll out of there. Oh, big header right there. Bye-bye. Good job, dude, playing shifts. H9, playing wind shifts. Oh, there's Theo. Oh my God, are you kidding me? How the heck did he do that? Ooh, an auto tack. Oh yeah, this is shifty, you guys. We're gonna talk about it tonight. Wow, look at that. Is that cool? Just total shifty wind. This is actually fun. These kids will love these conditions because the race is never over. Oh, look at the yellow boat is on. Mass lefty. Again, we use those flags over there. We use those flags. Nationals will be in deeper water, so we'll get out a little ways. Oh, that's where we'll be for Nationals. This is just outstanding, man. I'm having so much fun. Wow, Theo 10022. He just went from like 7th to I think 1st. I don't know how he did it. Now who's gonna crash? Is Theo 1022? The green numbers, or is 10302 and the yellow boat gonna crash? Who's going to crash? I think it's gonna shift. I'm looking at the flag on the race committee boat. I think it's gonna crash for these guys a little bit. Yeah, I think the yellow boat's gonna get knocked down here in a little. Let's see what happens. This is a total guess. Because they both look lifted to me. So now the yellow boat's golden because she's lifted, and then if she gets a header, she'll tack onto another lift and gain even more. Theo did a good job tacking onto the lift. Instead of just going back through the middle of the course, he just took that port tack lift and he's just riding it. And then he is kind of praying. Unfortunately, the blue finish line flag is showing all left, so he's doing what he can. What a tack. 10022. What a tack right there. See, he knows. Finish at the downwind end. That's incredible. B fleet start. Do you see how they're pointed way down the line there? The pin is definitely favored again, guys. Remember, race 4. Look at this. You have to do the reaching the line test that we keep talking about. You might get lucky if all of a sudden a puff comes here. There is wind right here. I'm getting a puff now, but look at the A fleet, man. They're all on reaches. I mean, Yeah. So this is all left. Look at Kylie down there again with a beautiful start. Okay, stop. Love. Look at that, 9005. Just had a great starting day today. And what she's done better, she likes to heel a little bit much, but that's okay. I'm not gonna knock her for that too much yet. But she's definitely, stop right here. And she's definitely getting her mainsail in and out better, not having it either too loose or too tight for too long a period of time. We need to step up with the coaches, work with the kids on playing the main sheet that tiniest amount, right? Okay, here comes Maribel on the inside, possibly winning. We talked about with Maribel and a few other people, look at this, Finley having a good race, 7610, Olive having a good race. This is a strong fleet. This A fleet will be populating college sailing teams within the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. And because this is where you get good. Here's Maribel. And our current stick is right here. This is after 2 minutes. It's gone that much. So it is slightly changing. The current is shifting as we speak. Now we're gonna look at her exit angle. And her exit angle is parallel to the starting lines. If you were gonna start right now, which end would you start at? You would start at this end on Port Tack, right? That's, you look at the gate as a starting line, and she's parallel to it. If she was pointed up towards Newport Harbor right now, that would be a big righty. She would want to go to that buoy over there. But this is a big lefty, so this is like a starting line. So everybody back here should be looking at the angles here. Yeah, and she's digging left. Everybody in the C1 should be looking at Maribel and realizing that this is the biggest lefty of the day. They're not even going to be able to make the line. Let's see if this works. But sometimes in Newport, guys, the pin is so favored that you cannot lay it. Look at the purple boat. She's not going to lay the line. Okay, so here's Olympia. Here is Lorelei. Shoot. And she should be going head to wind right now, luffing. She should be slowing down. She's going too far downwind. Yeah, she dropped down too far, but she's better than a lot of people. At least she's upwind of the pink boat. She knows it. I told her to be over early at 30. I think she might be right on the line, like I said. When the pin is favored by a mile, you cannot be to this side of the line. Okay, so she should start going now. She should start going. When the pin end is favored, you've got to accelerate early. Oh, she's doing it. 8577 should be trimmed and going. Nice little rock. Wow, Port Tack the fleet. So again, what happens at these regattas? In these regattas, the wind will go left, right like this. If you were doing your reaching the line test, you would have realized that that end was almost like a windward mark. And when pin end is that favored, happens in high school all the time, you got to be over early at like 30 seconds and then drifting down. The current has changed a little bit. Okay, for Sabot Nationals, we really need to have a great line sight, and the good news is this puts me below the line here, and I got a big power boat with a, flags on it and colored stern and all kinds of stuff, a green boat tied to the side. So when I get to the line, so we got to work on this line sight stuff, guys. Yeah, see the green little side tie boat? And here's this end, so I'm not to the line yet. Okay, I am below the line. And then, the green boat's moving, of course. You see the stern of that boat? Yeah. Okay. I am on the line, right there, center of the stern. No, I'm still below. Yeah, right there, left edge, okay? So then, as I'm approaching the line, I'm gonna give myself a little safety here. I'm looking over the right edge of the buoy. I'm gonna put myself, especially when the pin's favored, I'm gonna line it up with the right edge of that turn, that flat stern, right there. And then I would start sailing, try to work my way back up. But that's how we're using a line sight. And I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna have starts. Right there is where I want a safe line sight. Right edge of the buoy, right edge of the stern. Okay, and there's gonna be people that start at Sabot Nationals in the middle of the line See the difference? Yeah, they're gonna be way down here lined up with that palm tree. Okay, that's miles below the line. So that's where some people start in the middle. I hope you understand what we're working. The last video of the day for Saturday Summer Gold Cup, and here's Ronan, beef leader, waiting for his buddy. Seeing how his buddy's doing. 10022, where is he? Oh, he's over here on a lefty. Really good steering and boat handling there. See that? Sails by feel, doesn't look at his sail. He just has such a feel for it. So this is what Ronan's waiting for here. So he's gonna get 1, 2, oh, here comes Jack, third. Jack should lean back and look at his sail. It's just a header, you know, they look at the, yeah, Jack's gonna struggle here because he's just a little stalled, but that's okay. His best race of the day. Oh, this is working out good. He might cross here. No? 1, 2, 3. Here comes Alex. About 9 something. 7732. She should tack right there. Yeah. Okay, good Saturday. We learned a lot. I don't know how. One thing I suggest is, Catherine there, I suggest not looking at results too much. Go have a good time tonight. Go do the pool party. Distract yourself a little. Eat a lot. Make sure you're fueled up with water and eat quite a bit. Try not to think too much, but tomorrow our goal is championship day. Tomorrow, everybody's gonna go out and simulate Sabot Nationals Championship Day. So we're actually gonna pretend we're winning our fleet. Regardless of where we're placing right now, we are going out now. We're gonna talk about it tonight. We're winning our fleet. And the reason why we do that is because it's a really hard feeling when you're winning your fleet going into the last day of regatta. You gotta get used to it. Your heart beats way faster. You're trying way harder. And just because you're winning doesn't mean you're gonna win. You gotta sail BMG, you gotta do what you practiced, perform with what you practiced, and what you got you in first place, in the first place. So we're simulating that in our minds a little. Anyway, look forward to Sunday, probably a little lighter tomorrow.